Let's quickly bring you up to speed with the day's top focus story. This is about Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi, ladies and gentlemen, is mounting a fierce attack on the RSS and the BJP while speaking at an event in the United States. Now, in this program that is organized by the Indian diaspora in Texas, the opposition leader says that the people have lost the fear of Prime Minister Modi and the BJP following the 2024 Lok Sabha poll verdict. He's also said that the RSS wants to confine women to traditional roles like cooking, etc. This, as expected, has triggered a huge political storm between the India bloc netas and the BJP. And in this particular event, Rahul Gandhi has also targeted the ideologies of both the RSS and the BJP. He says that the organization believes that India is one idea, but the country is plural. He's also said that ever since the BJP has come to power, they have been destroying India's history and tradition.
Fear of the BJP vanished, disappeared, gone. And we saw that immediately, within minutes of the election result, nobody in India was scared of the BJP or the Prime Minister of India.
The BJP and the RSS believe that women should be restricted to a particular role. They should stay at home, they should cook the food, they should not talk too much, right? And we believe that women should be allowed to aspire to whatever they want to do. Most of our vice chancellors today are placed by the RSS. It's an organization that has a very particular perspective on life, on history, on the future. That's really damaging.
What people understood in the election clearly, and I saw it happening. When I used to raise the constitution like this, people understood what I was saying. They were saying that the BJP is attacking our tradition, attacking our language, attacking our states, attacking our histories.
And Sam Pitroda, the chairman of the Indian Overseas Congress, was quick to rally behind Rahul Gandhi. He says that Rahul Gandhi wants to address larger issues and that his vision is that which is contrary to that of the BJP.
I must tell you, he's no papu. He's highly educated. He's well-read. He's a strategist with deep thinking on any subject. And sometimes it is not very easy to understand him.
And in absolutely no time, Rahul Gandhi's scathing attack has also invited a deluge of political reactions with fireworks from both the opposition and the ruling dispensation. The India netas have defended Rahul Gandhi, saying that people in the country are more eager to listen to Rahul Gandhi's vision than to Narendra Modi's.
बिल्कुल दुरुस्त कहा राहुल गांधी जी ने. ऐसा था, ऐसा हुआ कि मेजॉरिटी के नशे में बीजेपी ने डेमोक्रेसी को ख़त्म कर दिया इंडिया में. माइनॉरिटीज़ को दबाने की कोशिश की और दबाया. मोदी को अब लोग सुनना नहीं पसंद करते. राहुल गांधी को सुनना इंडिया के अंदर भी पसंद करते हैं, पार्लियामेंट के अंदर भी पसंद करते हैं और बाहर भी पसंद करते हैं.
We can understand that if you can name any one of the RSS leaders who had been a pracharak or something. If Giriraj Singh ji informs that any RSS pracharak was been a leader, then we will be able to understand it, because RSS wants to keep only men in the front, they wants to keep only women in the kitchens. That's the truth. When truth is told, bell buttis will jump. We all know that this is the mindset of RSS.
Let's also decode the story with our colleague Pragya, who's joining us live on this edition of the news. Pragya, have there been any responses that have come in from the central BJP? How do they read into what Rahul has said, the timing and the larger implication? Remember, the Prime Minister will also be in the US in the next few days. And this is Rahul Gandhi again speaking or deriding the country, like one would say, again from foreign soil.
Well, there is a general sentiment among the BJP leaders and also the union ministers, which is that every time there is a visit of Prime Minister abroad, Rahul Gandhi will say something on the foreign soil that will degrade and degenerate the image of India. Mind you, when he is attacking Prime Minister, when he is attacking the central government, it is not just them, but he is is emboldening those in the opposition of India, those who are looking down on India. In fact, they do not want the growth of India at all. He is also emboldening their stance as well. And whenever he goes out, the timing is very interesting. Prime Minister is supposed to be in US in the third week of September, is what we have gathered. Just ahead of that, Rahul Gandhi is this visit of US and addressing the Indian diaspora, similar on the lines of what Prime Minister does whenever he does any abroad trip or meeting any dignitary on the foreign land, where Prime Minister put across the positives of the India and also the growth story of India, and also leverage that particular growth story for the country and countrymen. Rahul Gandhi, on the opposite, what BJP leaders believe, on the opposite, goes in the same land, on the same foreign soil, degrade, degenerate India, and also speaks in a shade which has many connotations, coming from those who had colonized us, coming from those who looked down upon Indian culture. This has come from that, and this is exactly what Rahul Gandhi seems to be doing. In fact, remember, this has been a critique of Rahul Gandhi whenever he goes abroad. Central ministers and also the BJP leaders want to know what is exactly that Rahul Gandhi is getting by saying that India isn't at the place where it should have been. And why is he not focusing on the positives and the growth story of India? Why is he praising China? There's all sorts of angle, and in fact, Mr. Giriraj Singh had asked, what has he got to do with China, and did he receive anything from China to praise China and degenerate India in terms of the growth story of manufacturing? The union ministers have a very long list of manufacturing success stories in India, but Rahul Gandhi did not see that. Rahul Gandhi saw that China has trumped everyone in sector of manufacturing, despite the fact that there are many industries that have migrated from China because of the policies and coming to other countries, including China. Okay. So there is always that factor of doubt and aspersion on Rahul Gandhi's intention as to why he is doing it, what he is doing, and also the timing is very suspicious. The time when Prime Minister is supposed to go to project India across the world, and obviously to US, which is one of the strongest economy. However, the various reports have said that India is the shining star in economies and the growth rate. In fact, they have also trumped China on few parameters as well. Okay. Irrespective of that, everyone is questioning what is Rahul Gandhi to do with China, and why is he not, praising India in terms of success stories. You may be LOP, because you are an LOP, whatever you say has some kind of impact on people, and they think that statements have come from a position of authority, but you are not, you are misusing that authority, is what BJP leaders are saying right now.
All right, Pragya, for the moment, thank you, but I'm requesting you to stay with us as we'll push that point a little further that Pragya just spoke about. We have tons of responses that have come in from the BJP that has condemned the remark made by Rahul Gandhi, calling him quote-unquote anti-India. BJP leaders have slammed him for again doing brand work of the nation's enemy, that is China.
कि जाकर के बदनामी और गाली देते हैं, इसका मतलब है ये चाइना के पैसे पर पलते हैं और भारत को गाली देने के लिए ही ये पैदा लिए हैं और चाइना की ब्रांडिंग कर रहे हैं, जो मेरा दुश्मन देश है। किसी भी दिन लगता है माँ बेटे भारत को तीसरी बार तो भारत की जनता ने नकार दिया 99 सीट पर, फिर भी अकड़ इतना, अहंकार इतना, लगता है भारत को बदनाम करने का साजिश तो कहीं नहीं है।
Sir, Rahul Gandhi seems to have built a pattern and a history of always going abroad and running down the country in some way or the other without giving the true and complete facts. He must recognize now and realize that he's the leader of opposition of the world's largest democracy, and therefore there is a lot of responsibility on his shoulders. So Mr. Rahul Gandhi will certainly go abroad and ask for help from Europe and America about India's democracy, despite being elected, despite being such a senior leader, but he will never speak in favor of India. And that seems to point to a pattern that his scriptwriters or he have chosen to run down and tarnish India's image globally.
परंतु राहुल गांधी जी ये बताइए ना कि आप तो महिला उत्पीड़न के खिलाफ है, तो केरल की सिमी रोजबेल जॉन के साथ क्या किया? जब उन्होंने कास्टिंग काउच का बोला तो उनको पार्टी से निकाल दिया। जब कन्नौज में नवाब यादव का नाम आया और डीएनए टेस्ट हुआ और पता चला कि उसने एक बच्ची का बलात्कार किया, तो आपने क्या स्टैंड लिया? कर्नाटका में जब महिला उत्पीड़न होता है तो आपका क्या स्टैंड होता है? नेहा हिरेमत केस पर आपका क्या स्टैंड था? कोलकाता में आरजी मेडिकल कॉलेज केस में तो आप कितनी बार गए वहां पर? वो कहते देवता का मतलब भगवान नहीं होता। राहुल गांधी जी, क्या किसी और धर्म के पैगंबर इष्ट भगवान के बारे में ये कह सकते हैं आप? कभी नहीं कहेंगे। परंतु ये केवल और केवल हिंदुओं को दो गाली ताकि मिले वोट बैंक की ताली, और इसीलिए कभी कहते प्रभु श्री राम का अस्तित्व ही नहीं।
राहुल गांधी और कांग्रेस पार्टी की मंशा साफ हो चुकी है। ये विदेश जाकर सिर्फ और सिर्फ भारत का अपमान करते हैं। ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ चीन की बड़ाई करते हैं और भारत के बारे में झूठ बोलते हैं। ये भारत के लीगल सिस्टम पे सवाल उठाते हैं क्योंकि ये बेल पे बाहर है। ये हिंदू देवी का देवता का मजाक उड़ाते हैं और इसको अपमानित करते हैं क्योंकि इनको सनातन के प्रति कोई प्रेम नहीं है। इसीलिए हिंदुस्तान की जनता ने 2014, 19 और 24 में इनको रिजेक्ट किया था और ये भारत विरोधी कांग्रेस पार्टी और राहुल गांधी को आने वाले समय में भी हिंदुस्तान की देश प्रेमी जनता रिजेक्ट करती रहेगी।
दुनिया में हर कोने में जाकर वो चाइना की बड़ाई करते हैं, बताते हैं चाइना की इकोनॉमी बेटर है, बताते हैं चाइना की प्रोडक्शन बेटर है, चाइना का पॉलिटिकल सेटअप बेटर है, और इंडिया को हर जगह जाकर गालियां निकालते हैं। जिस देश का खाते हैं उसी को गालियां निकालते हैं, जिस थाली में खाते हैं उसी थाली में गंदगी करने का काम करते हैं। क्यों? क्योंकि चाइना पैसे देता है।
I am the future that was born 100 years ago. I am the purpose that emerged with India's independence. To be a force for business that makes doing good our business. Towards an independence where knowledge sets us free. To think big and achieve bigger. Towards a future made perfect. And be a force creating abundance. Because independence is not a moment in history. It's a never-ending path to prosperity. Aditya Birla Group, a force for good.